My makeup is always the last one standing at a party. Genuinely, I have perfected a base routine that you could literally sleep in, not that you should, and you would wake up still looking good. So let me share with you my long-lasting base routine secrets. Skincare, I won't bore you with what I use, I'll link them down below. But you want to layer it, serums, moisturizers. I use 2 moisturizers, SPF, da. Once you've done your skincare, leave it to set into your skin for 10 minutes at least. Go do your eyes or have your breakfast, whatever in the meantime. Then I go in with a primer. Sometimes I'll use 2. Always a hydrating one, even if you're oily. Today I use the Bobbi Brown face base. If you get really oily, you can go in with a more mattifying one. I like the Secure the Blur one from One Size. But I have oily skin, and with my powder routine, I don't really need that anyway. If you apply foundation, I always paint it on first and then I use a sponge. But I wait 3 minutes, like in between at least, if not more, for the foundation to kind of like dry a little bit, and then I'll sponge it in. And I hate to say it, but the clean girl aesthetic makeup, it's just not going to last. It's not going to stay on for a long time. You need to be applying a lot more makeup than just like a couple dots of concealer and for it to last. When I used to do bridal, I would always say to go a little bit heavier than usual because obviously you're wanting it to last a lot longer. See how much product I'm applying? That's why it literally lasts so long. Obviously you don't need to go as like overboard as this. As a general rule, if you wear a tiny amount of makeup, it is going to kind of go off your face a lot faster. You're not wanting to add loads of like cream contour, all of that. Just add a little bit more foundation. That's going to act as a really good base for everything else to stick on top of. Also a little bit more powder as well, and we'll get onto that. When you're going in with your cream products, like your blusher and your bronzer, always make sure to pat and press in any product. That goes for concealer, everything. Swiping, you're disrupting and you're kind of like moving the base that you've already built. Concealer, apply and then leave for like 5 minutes. Apply your own judgment on this because some concealers do dry faster than others. Also, blending in your concealer, do it with a powder buff. I promise you it will change the way that your makeup looks. Powder routine is genuinely what makes my makeup last. My favourite ones are Huda Beauty, One Size and Jordana Tisha. And again, powder puff. When I do my makeup with a brush instead of a powder puff, I notice a difference, and I notice that it does not last as long. In quite a generous amount and really packing it in the centre of my face. Really, do not underestimate baking. It works. A lot of people dust away when they're baking. I don't do that. I'll literally just get my powder puff and just keep pressing in the product until it's gone. I think that helps a little bit as well. Bronzer, I don't really have any techniques for this other than you're just wanting to kind of like pat it into the skin, not swipe. But this is kind of just like, if your base is done, it's done. Bronzer is really good though. It's the Doll Beauty one. I'm using the shade Dark. For blush, I'm using Kylie Cosmetics and Baddie on the Block. We're wanting long-lasting lipstick, lip liner, matte lipstick. I then go out the edges with a bronzer. The same blush that we use on our cheeks, tap it in the centre. I promise you that lipstick is not moving. Last thing to make your makeup stick is setting spray. This is so important. I love the Laura Mercier Translucent Pure 16-hour one. Put a lot on. I douse my face in this. Like my face is wet, that's important too.